Hello, all cinephile. Mike here with day 43 of Award Season Review Season 2, and we are moving right along, sticking with the rest of the Critics' Choice. Mostly week. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Today, what fitting way for me to be discussing Orion Pictures' Bottoms. Co-written by star Rachel Sennott and director Emma Seligman, this film during its theatrical release had a worldwide box office take of $12,958,582, with $12,036,071 coming domestically and just under a million at $922,511 internationally. Now, this film received a Critics' Choice Award nomination for Best Comedy Movie, and I haven't spoken about the Independent Spirit Awards in a while, but it also holds two ISA nominations. One is for Sennett and Seligman's screenplay, original screenplay, and the other is for Marshawn Lynch. Yes, the MVP former running back of the Seattle Seahawks, who is nominated for Best Breakthrough Performance in a role as an educator. I'll get there. At this time, there is no more award season recognition. It is not shortlisted for the Oscars in the categories announced. It is not longlisted for the BAFTAs. So it could be the end. Will it get the love at the ISAs? We'll find out next month. But Bottoms is the story of two female high school senior virgins, PJ, played by Sennott, and Josie, played by award season highlight for Hulu's The Bear, Ayo Edebiri. Now, they decide that they don't want to go off to college as virgins. So they come up with a plan to wait. Sounds like a comedy from the 90s, right? Not the same premise. So PJ and Josie, both out and proud queer in a school that accepts them for this in a very woke school environment, as the principal is no doubt happy to enforce. Well, they are in love with two of the cheerleaders. PJ is in love with Brittany, and Josie is in love with Isabel, who is dating the football team's quarterback and resident himbo and star and man of the town, as the principal describes the best looking man that the town has ever had, Jeff. So, how will they attempt to approach this? Well, at a school carnival, Jeff and Isabel get into a fight, and PJ and Josie attack Jeff, but claim they didn't do that. They were trying to defend Isabel, but rumors fly. They were in juvie, so they figure, okay, let's build on this momentum. Let's get our women. How do we do this? Let's form a fight club. There are other factors at play, but that's what you do in high school, right? You form a fight club to meet the people you love. That can end well, right? So PJ and Josie create their fight club with the intention of hooking up with the hot cheerleaders. But it does become so much more. And this is what's clever is that it doesn't just rely on this, but we really follow this ensemble of young women that come together with this goal of learning self defense. Because there's a little bit more at stake. I won't spoil what that is. You'll have to watch the film to see if that interests you. I have to say, this film was a refreshing breath of air when I saw it over the summer. It takes the story that we have seen all before and adds a nice little satirical and just not quite in touch with reality layer upon it. As PJ Josie and the other gals in the club bond and engage in some, let's say, explosive hijinks, the film goes a bit off the rails, but it is all in good fun. Sennett and Edebiri's chemistry is very strong, and as I mentioned, Marshawn Lynch, he has the fun role of being the teacher who decides to support this club, because what better way to be an ally and distract himself from his divorce is to support this club, which he goes to, and sees that it's a fight club, and keeps it going. That would lose most teachers their jobs, but I digress. Again, this film of reality. But Lynch's comic timing is impressive and is probably more than likely, not probably, is what led to his nomination. Sennett and Seligman have a unique premise that will have these characters go, on that coming of age trope that we've seen a bunch of times, but embrace it in clever ways, which is the explanation for the screenplay nomination. The supporting cast as well is very enjoyable, especially Nicholas Galitzin, who plays the himbo Jeff. Although we have to wonder, how much of that alpha male is he? There are some great comedy chops Galitzin gets to lean into to present this character. An indie film like this is one that, you want to see in the conversation more in the screenplay categories for the Oscars, but sometimes there's just not enough push from the studios behind it to play the politics game. This was one that should be there just because of the originality behind it. Even though it was released to good reviews in the summer, I don't know if it's going to have the clout. So I do hope that it finds its love at the ISAs. I, like everyone else, appreciate when you can take, this common laid upon trope and put something fresh to it. And I will say the fight scenes are very interesting to watch. And as these girls train, this puts them into quite a unique third act battle that you won't see coming. That again twists that third act trope of the comedy where I have wronged you. We must make this right. But first, let's go kick some ass. If you are a fan of clever, raunchy comedy, then this one is for you. Bottoms is a 4 out of 5 stars for me. If you haven't seen it yet and would like to, it is streaming on MGM Plus as of this posting. See everyone tomorrow as we continue with the rest of the Critics' Choice mostly week. And tomorrow, the nominations for the BAFTAs get announced, so those will start to come into some of the conversations. Sometimes there are a lot of alignment between what is nominated and wins a BAFTA in line with the Oscar. So we'll see if there's some similarities with the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice. As always, if you like what you heard here, please subscribe and like the channel. Please spread the word. Help me get up and build the subscriber follow base. We're over the 50% mark. We're almost halfway through the season, so we've got a little bit push, but we can do it. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and compare film reviews with me on Letterboxd. See everybody tomorrow, and until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.